my Fenty base. This is my Fenty face. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, just go ahead and subscribe because I don't like strangers, okay? Stranger danger, stranger danger. So if you are here, go ahead and subscribe so that you can see me more often, because you will be seeing me more often. If you are not new, hello and welcome back. So yesterday was the launch of the new concealers and the setting powders, and that was it, right? Yeah. But you know, my sis Riri must have lost my package in the mail or something, because I didn't get my package with everybody else. That's why you guys are getting this review, first impression, demo, whatever, so late. So maybe, you know, I'm gonna have to talk to her about that, because whoo child, she just got me so behind on my schedule. But without further ado, if you want to see how I achieve this look and how I feel about these new products, then keep watching. Alright guys, so I'm gonna just get started. You already know why we're here. So as you can see, I have a bare face. My face is moisturized and quenched because we are using mostly matte products. So I just want to make sure personally my skin is hydrated. I do have normal skin. We all are already pretty familiar with the Pro Filt'r foundation. I am the shade 420. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that, and oh, I'm kidding. But I did go ahead and purchase a mini primer. So I'm going to go ahead and apply my primer and my foundation, and then we'll be back to talk about these concealers. Now my foundation's on. If you notice, I did not color correct this time, and I only used 3 pumps of foundation. Normally with Fenty, because it is so liquidy, if I don't color correct, I need to use 4 pumps, but a tiny bit of my skin is poking through, but I'm just not mad at it today. Like, I just really like how clean and fresh my base looks, so we're gonna move on from here. So I purchased the Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Concealer in the shade 390. I have not tried this yet at all. This is my first time trying this. All I know is that the claims of this, and I'm on the website too, the claims of this foundation is that it's long wearing, it's light, and it's crease proof. And I've heard that it's creamy as well. That's all I know. But it has a soft matte finish, and as you know, it all comes in 50 shades, yada yada yada. One thing I will say is that crease proof is like, crease proof is reaching, okay? Because if you have any kind of texture on your skin, if you're creasing, then it is just going to crease. It might crease less, but it's going to crease. Especially a lot of people under their eyes do have creases. I know you guys can probably see I have creases, but I never like pay any attention to it because it's under my eye. I'm gonna crease, but you know, to each his own. So don't get mad if you get the concealer and you're like, it's creasing. Yeah, so anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and apply this like I normally do, and I am actually gonna use my brush to blend this out today, because I personally do not like the Fenty foundation with a sponge or my beauty blender. So I don't know if this is formulated the same or similar, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use a brush to blend it out and call it a day before I stress myself out. And I did get the shade 390 because I wanted something a little bit more brightening versus the 420 shade, which would just conceal, because I don't really need to conceal under my eyes. Like, I apply foundation, but I didn't even apply foundation under my eyes, as you can see. Like, I don't like too much under my eyes because that's when you start to crease. So that's what I'm doing. And as you can see, when I apply my concealer, I applied it like underneath my eye. I left a little bit of space for the concealer to move. I didn't want to put it directly under my eyes. So I'm just gonna do that right now because I don't know if it dries quick, because the foundation dries quick, okay? So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that out. I'm not really the biggest fan of blending out concealers with a brush, but I know it does look a lot better. But we will see, and so far, it's looking good. And do you guys see what I mean? Why I don't apply my concealer directly under my eyes like that? Because as I'm blending, the product has to move somewhere. So as I'm blending up, the concealer is moving up and covering my under eyes. Oh my gosh. And as you can see, it is nice and blended out. Of course, I'm gonna go back over with my foundation brush just so I don't have that harsh line, and I'm just gonna dab over that. And I'm gonna blend this side out. I don't know if this dries fast or not. And so far, that's only one layer. I didn't apply as much concealer as I normally did because I didn't know if it was going to be too much or if I would have to add more or anything else, nor did I add concealer to the rest of my face. So now what I'm going to do, now that I've gotten a feel of the concealer already, I'm going to go ahead and add another layer under my eyes. It is pretty full coverage, but I typically go in with 2 layers just because I like to blend out and then add a little bit more versus putting on a lot from the beginning. So I'm gonna do that and highlight the rest of my face, and then we will be back. I did go over and blend everything out, and the second time around I did use my beauty blender, and I have no problems blending it out with the sponge. So I don't think that a brush is necessary. I mean, if you like to use a brush, you can definitely do so, but I think that you'll be just fine with a sponge if that's what you use. I just think a lot of people try to make up these kind of techniques that you have to use with certain products just to make it seem super revolutionary and super different, but it's just so yeah. So this is how it looks on me so far. It's not my typical, it's not bad, but it's not my typical shade. I feel like it makes me look very orangey yellow. But I did purchase the banana powder, and I'm gonna go ahead and set that because it says that it is good for brightening. So maybe that will brighten my under eye instead of me using instead of me using a super bright concealer, maybe the powder will just brighten. Because sometimes I do that too. Sometimes if I have a neutral tone concealer or something closer to my skin tone, I'll use that. Then I'll use a super bright powder, and it just brightens it without overpowering my face. So hopefully that does so to give me the look that I want, you know. And yeah, I only got the banana. I was gonna get chestnut, but I kind of wanted to try this powder out first and get the feel of it before I bought a powder for my all over face. So, ooh, it smells so good. And Fenty's products just have this soft scent, and I just love it. Do you guys know that perfume is real old, old, but it's called Poison by Dior? It has a faint smell of that, a very, very faint smell. They just put a drop in the whole batch. And That's literally what it smells like. Because I used to have a coworker at Sephora who would spray themselves with poison every day. And it smelled really good on her, but I just didn't like the perfume on myself, and I did not like it on anybody else. But it smells like that. And when my hair's up or in a ponytail, I like to like snatch my face, so I don't want to hear how dark my contour is. I seen it. I'm gonna blend it out, but I just want it to be like extra AF right now because I just feel like everything's pulled back. So I don't want to look like an egg. I don't want to look like a potato. Okay, so I'm midway through my brows and I just felt like I had to dust the powder off immediately. Mind you, I do not take long on my brows. I've done 1.5 brows, which took like 3.5 minutes, and I felt like the powder was like, it was like clinging to my skin and it started to feel tight. So like in this area it's kind of splotchy, and I don't even have dry skin, and so I'm going over it with my NYX powder just to tone it down because I wiped it away completely, and as you can see, it's still like super duper harsh. Maybe pressing it, maybe like pressing it in versus baking would be a better technique. I'll try that next time. But it like looks really good. It just needs to be like, or maybe I need to get a darker color powder. I don't know. But like right now, I'm cool. Like I just need to spray my face and everything will melt away. But right now it just seems really harsh. I literally had to just dry my face because there was it. That, you know, like this is the only Fenty highlighter I have, and I'm praying, one, it doesn't break me out, and two, I don't look like a green monster for the sake of this tutorial, because so far I'm okay with this. I like this, but oh, she's cute today. Oh, she's spreading. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish blending this out. I'm gonna do something real quick on the eyes. Galaxy palette. This is the only palette I have by Rihanna, and it's not my favorite, but you know, like I hope you guys don't think that I'm like I'm not fucking with Fenty. Like I love Fenty. Like I stan, okay? I stan, but just some things just girl. I don't think that it's not that her products are good. I just think the way Rihanna is like promoting her brand and the way that Rihanna does her makeup just doesn't work for like us YouTuber and Instagrammers, kind of, you know, that kind of beat. I just feel like she's promoting like an enhanced beauty kind of brand, not like a beat face kind of brand. So like if you make it work for you, that's great, but if something doesn't work for you, it's not surprising, because like I'm gonna finish my little face off camera and come back, and then I will give you guys my final thoughts. So in conclusion, do I like the concealer or do I not? I personally think that the concealer is good, but I don't think it's like revolutionary. Like my face looks great. Everything, literally looking in this mirror, I look filtered, but I always look filtered with my Fenty foundation. So I only expected that from my Fenty concealer. Like, does that make any sense? Like, I didn't expect the concealer to be bad. So I'm just kind of like, okay, wow, like it's great. Like, okay. But I like that the concealer is not drying because the foundation is dry. In a sense, depends on your skin type, but the concealer does dry down matte. I like that it's not matte and matte, so I don't feel like creasy. I don't feel stiff. I don't feel weird. The powder, I wouldn't bake with that. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and get darker shades. I'm gonna probably get like honey and chestnut for all over, and honey to maybe mix with banana. But I do feel like it was a little bit too light. But again, I did not do my usual under eye powder baking technique because I just wanted to use the products as they are. So we're gonna see how this goes as the weeks go on. It's a good concealer. Will you die without it? No. Will your life change with it? No, like there's other things. I love Fenty. I love everything Fenty stands for. I'm like a Fenty junkie. Like anything she comes out with, like I'm buying it. And I don't do that with any other brand. Comment down below and let me know if you've gotten the any new products, what you think about them, how you feel. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you not care? Let me know. And of course, do not forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.